What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we are going to be taking a look at the Bitcoin charts. We're also going to be taking a look at that Amazon compared to Bitcoin chart that everybody seems to think that it's invalidated. I'm going to show you why it's not. Pay attention. We're going to go into the smaller time frames also. We're also going to take a look at the end of the video at Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP, Dow Jones, gold, silver, and the DXY. I'm going to show you why I still believe this was nothing more than a bull trap. And I've told you guys how I believe that the bear markets work and why this is playing out perfectly. So let's take a look at, I showed you guys this indicator yesterday on the RSI support or supply and demand. And I told you I thought this was one big wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've finished wave 5 of one big cycle. If we take a look at this supply and demand, we got rejected right at the bottom of it here. As expected, we talked about that. Let's take a look at the Amazon chart. So, as I said yesterday, unless we get a weekly open and close above this orange trend line, which we got rejected at pretty hard. Still 100% valid here. This chart is still playing out to the T. As you can see, we got our second retest of this RSI trend line on the weekly over here on Amazon before the crash continued. That's where we're at now. As of right now, we are above that line. But remember, RSI follows the body, not the wick. Now, I will start to change my mind if we close a weekly above this trend line, which would be above this orange trend line too, which would be above that 44.5 range. We're going to talk about this in a little more depth in tomorrow's video, but guys, don't forget, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe to the channel, tick your notification bells to get you notified when I post new videos, smash those thumbs up, and leave your comment down below. I'm curious as to what you think, and we're going to have all kinds of hate comments today. I'm going to leave them there so we can go back on them in a couple weeks and laugh together. So let's take a look at where we're at now on the weekly. We got rejected at the 21 EMA exactly. We talked about this yesterday. People said, well, you broke 43. No, we have to close a weekly above that and then open and close a weekly above that. If that was to happen, then what I would be looking for is coming up to test this median, and that'd be around the 52. But as of right now, I don't see it. We need to see this RSI. You can see this trend line where we got rejected last time. And if this RSI, this would make the weekly close lower than this high here. If that happens, we're going to have hidden bearish divergence in a downtrend, just like I had in the Amazon. We have to see where this weekly closes to confirm. So we got like, what, 5 days left, 5.5 days. But this is going to be huge where this candle closes, just like we talked about over here. It got up above over here, and before the week ended, it closed below, got a major rejection. I think we're most likely going to see the same thing here. And then ultimately this support, when it breaks, you guys know my first target is the mid to lower 20s. We're going to take a look at that in the daily here in a second. If you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out Prime XBT. You can trade for free in the contest section to get used to the platform. They give you free money to trade with, so you can get familiar with it before you actually start trading. And you can also win money in the contest. You can use my promo code Savvy50. That will get you up to a $7,000 bonus. Savvy25 will give you a 25% discount on your trading fees. Also, you can trade gold, silver, Forex, Dow, natural gas, tons of stuff on this exchange. Definitely check it out. Like I said, they're not a scammy exchange like the other ones. You can have multiple trades in all at the same time without clumping them together. There's a tutorial right here that shows you where to put promo codes, how to adjust your margin. It is right on my YouTube page. Definitely check it out. All right, let's take a look at, we're also going to take a look at the Lux indicator too. So, but like I said, I'm going to zip through this. You guys know my target here from this rising broadening wedge. Target there is the same, around the lower to mid $20,000 range. Now, if we start opening and closing, breaking this high up here, then we could possibly see much higher. Another way to look at this using Elliott wave would be, this would be wave 1, and then we're having an ABC. Could go high as 50,000 here, but like I said, more like 52,000 if it was to break up there. That would be a C, and then obviously much further down to go. But as of right now, we had this measured move on the RSI, which hit perfectly right here. I do believe we come back down to retest this, and that will be a massive dump, in my opinion. The 4 hours, same thing, rising broadening wedge. We came up, tested it, got rejected, and had a wick through it. Bull trap, in my opinion. If you look at, we draw a line from this peak to this peak. You see here, we have lower highs. We go down here, this peak to this peak. We have higher highs. That is hidden bearish divergence. The trend is down, and hidden divergence is a continuation of the trend. Now, we had a buy signal on the daily here, but as you notice, we got rejected right here at the major resistance line. Now, if this, I would not count this as a good strong buy signal yet, in my opinion. This is a Lux Algo indicator. There is a link down below. We did get back above the wave. We tested the top for support. Now, the only way to get bullish here would be above the 45,270 level. If we get above that and it holds, then the next level to watch would be 49,200, and then after that would be all the way up in the $50,000 ranges. But as of right now, guys, we are still in between the clouds, the resistance and the support cloud, and then we are flipping this right now, but let's see how it turns out. If you guys are interested in help support the channel, check out my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. Link down below. There's also a link to the free Discord down there, guys. And I don't just load up with a bunch of crappy links to get you guys to join every exchange or whatever. The links down below are actually trusted links by this channel. So check them out. So Ethereum, as you guys know, we talked about bouncing around in this area. This chart is about 3 months old. We were expecting these levels. I do think when we break this 2550 again, we will be down to the 1850. And if Bitcoin is in the long-term bear market, as I believe, if the Amazon chart plays out, we could see a 500, 300, maybe even lower Ethereum. Litecoin did hit our rejection zone. You guys watched the video yesterday. We're looking for this. If it gets back above this and gains support, then you can get bullish for a little bit on Litecoin. But as of right now, still looking for these lower bear market targets as long as it doesn't break this resistance. XRP, our resistance is as high as 89. The major resistance level is up here at $1, break of the dollar, and then maybe we'll get that rally people are hoping for. But otherwise, we are sitting on the EMAs right now, still below the 200 EMA. Bear market prices I'm looking for is around the mid 20-cent range, possibly much, much lower. Dow Jones did what we thought was going to happen, came up, retested that trend line of the broadening wedge. Now, if you guys have been watching the video, I talked about this possibility, and if it did, then Bitcoin would get a little boost, which it did. But the target for it, as long as we don't break above and start opening and closing dailies above this bottom trend line, then my target's still around 30,800 points. Now, one thing to watch for here, which is a possibility, but you can see there's exaggerated divergence. You can see both these highs on the RSI are the same here, and we had lower highs here. That is exaggerated divergence. It's pretty powerful bearish divergence, so be cautious. But what could happen here, there's no way to verify it yet, but if it came back up, the RSI came up here and broke this, then we could be seeing an inverse head and shoulders here and get one more pop up, but we'll be watching that closely. Right now, it doesn't look too hot. Gold is back above our range, but remember, the only way I get bullish on gold is a actual break and support on 1970. Then I can see it going up higher. Otherwise, still bearish on that. As you guys know, people say they don't understand you can be bearish on the gold and the market at the same time because gold goes up. Guys, I've done videos on it in the past. Do your own research. Look at the Dow Jones and then look at gold. And when the Dow crashes, gold and silver crash too. The only thing that goes up is the dollar index. And we're going to be taking a look at that in a second. Silver. So we're back above the major resistance, 2484. If we open and close a daily above that range, that's one candle open and close above that range, then I get bullish on silver. As of right now, not too bullish still, unless we open and close a candle above there. So the dollar, I showed this yesterday on my Twitter. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, I suggest you give me a follow. Sorry, my phone's vibrating. But if you take a measured move of this triangle here, it's going up to our target that we've had for a very long time. Let's go to the daily and I'll show you. That is the 98.45. Guys, we made this video right here, or I'm sorry, these targets right here back in November, same as we called the top in Bitcoin and told everybody to watch out because it was looking like the Amazon chart. I did make that Amazon chart on December 2nd. But anyway, so that gets us up to 98.45. Will we get a rejection there? Probably, most likely. In the longer term on the daily, looking for 102, as you can see this trend line here. And then if we zoom out to the weekly, this is why I've been bullish on the dollar and remain bullish on the dollar. You can see the weekly. I think this is when the bear market ends, when the dollar gets up in this range. Anyways, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to smash the likes. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you leave a comment below. I would love to hear what you have to say. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.